Hello people, Master Rainy once again. In this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be discussing engagement bait posts. These posts are very attention-seeking, very manipulative, and always attempt to dictate someone's personality. If you see a post of an image of 4 panels, for example, 3 of them being the uploader's favorite fandoms, and the last panel being something of the uploader's least favorite where it's coordinated to an ignore for spot. For example, if you see a post that says something like for Moana, comment for Toy Story 5, share for Inside Out 2, and ignore for Food Fight, I'd ignore this post and keep scrolling, but honestly, Food Fight is discernibly unpopular, I get that. I'm not a fan of it either, but I'm not going to bother engaging into this manipulative post. Just because I ignore this post doesn't mean that I want to watch such a critically panned movie as if it were my favorite. Moving on. Here's one about music artists. Says here to like for Justin Bieber, comment for Ariana Grande, share for Taylor Swift, and ignore for Nickelback. Come on now. I know that Nickelback ain't very popular, but really, some people actually like that band, so that's just an easy urge for those Nickelback fans to ignore the post and scroll past it. In fact, Nickelback has millions of fans and is very successful. Can someone really expect others to hate on a band that they actually hate on? Also, if someone seeing that post lacks interest in all 4 of those artists, they can ignore it without even being a fan of Nickelback. I guess that someone's on such a bandwagon effect when it comes to music. Anyways, moving on. Well, here's a political one. Says here to like for Kamala Harris, comment for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, share for Zohran Mamdani, and ignore for Donald Trump. Wow, that's plain divisive. I mean, by the looks of this one, this is insanely divisive. This constitutes an us versus them mentality, weaponizing divisive rhetoric. I see Kamala Harris, AOC, and Zohran Mamdani problematic, but I don't support Donald Trump, even if I ignore this post. Also, I think I see another one below. Just what I thought. A right-wing version. Says like for Ron DeSantis, comment for Marco Rubio, share for JD Vance, and ignore for Bernie Sanders. Oh, come on. This shows how divisive both sides are. It's clear to me that they are 2 sides of the same coin, that's for sure. I'd ignore this one too, but I don't support Bernie Sanders. These political posts I've seen that try to dictate who you support have absolutely no effect on anyone who scrolls past them. That also goes for other types of those posts out there in every form. I'm gonna say this, but I don't support Donald Trump or Bernie Sanders. Both are divisive, rhetorical, and polarizing. I'll discuss more detail about it when I do a video later on the Master Rainy channel ranting about Democrats and Republicans, but for now, back to the topic. Apparently, Sir Anarch wrote a post from scratch saying, like, comment, and/or share if you want freedom and liberation, but keep scrolling if you want authoritarian, totalitarian oppression. That's so attention-seeking and so manipulative. Why would anyone want authoritarian, totalitarian oppression? I can ignore that post without advocating for that kind of tyranny. People who make these posts are not empowered to dictate anyone's personalities by weaponizing those engagement bait posts. Freedom and liberation is not a bad thing, but too much of it is. Basically saying too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Moving on. What in the actual fuck is this? Oh, so religious tribalism we're promoting, huh? A guy named Reverend Christian Prejudice trying to manipulate that whoever ignores this is a Satanist. Look here, it's no sin to keep scrolling. This is nothing but a piece of spam kind of post. I mean, people who scroll past this for their own sake, you say it's blasphemy? This also constitutes an us versus a mentality because the person who uploaded that post is attempting to manipulate attention with this post that weaponizes religion and tries to dictate who's a true Christian and who's a Satanist. I will scroll, but that doesn't make me satanic. This is nothing but a worthless post weaponizing fear and accusing scrollers of satanic blasphemy. You see, toxicity occurs in not just politics or celebrity pop culture, but also in religion. As I scroll, there's another one. Just as I expected, an Islamic version. This is also very attention-seeking and highly manipulative. The username Sir Islamic Prejudice baiting attention with this post because he demands absolute proof that someone is a follower of Prophet Muhammad and attempts to manipulate that if anyone scrolls past this post, they're a follower of Iblis, who's apparently Islam's version of Satan. Come on, people, this isn't an authenticity test, that's predatory blackmail. If I ignore that post, that still doesn't make me a follower of Iblis. Moving on. Wow. Just wow. Someone must think that religious and spiritual beliefs and views are absolute nonsense judging by the name of the post. Look, atheism is a choice, but you can't go around shoving it down other people's throats. Someone doesn't get the First Amendment where freedom of religion is guaranteed. Mr. No Religion is apparently attempting to manipulate attention through an engagement bait post to see if anyone wants common sense versus nonsense. Who would want nonsense? Just because I ignore this post doesn't mean I support nonsense. In fact, it's not nonsensical to be religious, but people with religions can be very toxic like the previous two people's posts I saw recently. Anyway, engaging in posts like this that seek attention and attempt to manipulate personality just creates problematic algorithms for your account's newsfeed. User experience gets ruined by emotional manipulation coming from spam junk. Caution that. Bad actors, spammers, and scammers can also be behind those posts. These people clearly want attention. Some of those posts seek personal information and can be very fishy from a perspective. Be alert of posts that seek likes, comments, and shares, or any other action that may look as fishy as the posts shown throughout this video. Engagement bait posts are nothing but a bunch of spam through and through. They spread misinformation, seek personal info as well as attention, attempt to dictate personality, and are a waste of time. Anyway, for more content and for the notification of the 97th video of the Master Rainy channel, feel free to hit subscribe and ring the bell to be notified. As always, see you later.
You seriously just ignored my post? You admitted that you liked that atrocious movie titled Food Fight by ignoring my post. How could you hate on Moana, Toy Story 5, and Inside Out 2? You're a terrible hater.
So you admitted that you were a fan of the atrocious Nickelback, you stupid hater! How could you hate on Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and Taylor Swift? You're so jealous of their success and popularity.
You capitalism-loving Nazi. You dared ignore my post and admitted you support Donald Trump. This proves to me that you're just a right-wing fascist who hates justice for the working class.
Ignoring my post, I see. You admitted that you're a communist Bernie Sanders supporter by doing that. You are so un-American and such a traitor. All hail to J.D. Vance. All hail to J.D. Vance.
So you admitted that you support being oppressed by totalitarianism. You're a bootlicker. Governments are so oppressive and deserve to be abolished, and you don't seem to give a damn.
Hey, that was blasphemy. You scrolling past my post proves you satanic. How could you? You're just some sinful Satanist who defies the 10 Commandments. Prepare to go to hell when you die and suffer eternal damnation.
You scrolling past my post shows how blasphemous you really are against the Prophet of Islam. How could you worship Iblis? You better prepare to face your fate when Judgment Day comes around.
You dare ignore the post I made looking for people who choose logic over religious nonsense. But you definitely chose the latter by doing that. Come on now. You should know that God is not real, Neither is Satan, Iblis, nor Muhammad.
See what I mean?